Question on standard costing. Johnson Limited manufactured a single product, Y, for which the standard material cost is as follows: $ per unit. Direct material 0.5 kg at $1,320 per kg, giving us $620 per unit. Direct labor hour 30 minutes at $6,600 per hour, giving us $3,300 per unit. Actual results achieved during January 2020 are as follows: production 143,000 units. Direct material purchased 88,000 kg, costing $96,800,000. Direct labor hour worked 88,000 labor hour, costing $440 million. Required: calculate 1. Material price variance. 2. Material usage variance. 3. Total material cost variance. Tips. Let me first of all give some tips that are involved in solving standard costing before we go to Formula A. Tips number 1. You must know that standard costing questions, there are two areas that you must pay attention to. And the areas are the standard or budgeted cost area, which is this, is always at the upper side. Then you also have at the down side, you have the actual result, which is the production proper. The result achieved during the period when the company goes into production. The budgeted area is the costs that involve the budgeting aspect of the company, the amount they budget to spend. Then the actual result is what they achieve when the company goes into the production. That is one. Another tips also is that you must bear in mind that in standard costing, it is very, very fundamental that there are 3 units of measurement, which are the quantity, the price, the kg. That is for the material. And also for the labor, you also have the quantity, the price, and the value. That's the amount. This area is for the per unit. Per unit. But what I'm telling you is that you must bear in mind that there are dimensions that you must bear in mind: the quantity, the price, and the unit. The quantity, the price, and the cost per unit. Because that is the area that are going to pick the information when you go to calculation. Now let's go to the Formula A. The formula A, you have the actual quantity purchased times actual price minus actual quantity purchased times standard price. And this is material price variance. What is varied there? It is the material. It is the price that is varied. The quantity remains the same. As you can see, actual quantity purchased. But the price is what is varied here. Actual price, standard price. That's why I call it material price variance. Because the question say, calculate material price variance, material usage variance, total material cost variance. This is for the material price variance. For the material usage variance, the formula is actual quantity purchased times standard price minus actual quantity used for actual production times standard price. What is varied here? It is the usage. The price, the standard price remains the same. The price remains the same at standard. Standard price. But the quantity is what is varied here. Actual quantity purchased minus actual quantity used for actual production. This is what is varied. Other tips that you must bear in mind is that you must know that in standard costing, there is favorable and there is adverse. You achieve favorable when the budgeted cost is higher than the actual cost. That is, you aim to spend so amount, but you spend lesser. That is when the amount you budgeted is higher than the amount you actually spend. You achieve favorable in that aspect. And also you achieve adverse when the amount you actually spend, which the company actually spend is higher than the amount the company budgeted to spend. That is adverse. Another thing that you must bear in mind is also that the summation of material price variance and the material usage variance gives total material cost variance. The summation of material price variance and the material usage variance give the total material cost variance. I would like you to please subscribe to my YouTube channel to help me produce more of these so that YouTube can notify you anytime more video like this is produced. Thank you. So let's go to the solution proper. Material price variance. According to the formula A, the formula is actual quantity purchased times actual price. In this aspect, don't bother yourself, just pick the total cost of the direct material purchase. And that is why you see that is total purchase cost. Then minus actual quantity purchase times standard price. So you are going to pick that from the question. Like I said, it is the price that is varied there. You can see actual price, standard price. But actual quantity purchase remain the same. AQP. So where do you pick this? I say you are going to pick this one directly from the question. Don't bother yourself. You want to find it out one by one. Just pick what is in the actual side of the question. Say direct material purchase 88,000 kg costing 96,800,000, and that is what we pick it. And bear in mind that this is the dollar value, and it is in million. That's why this 30 is beside the dollar value. Then for the actual quantity purchased and standard price, just go to the question. That's at the actual side of the question. The question says direct material purchase 88 kg. That is the actual quantity what? Purchased. Times standard price multiplied by standard price. Where is your standard price? You go to the standard aspect of the question. Like I said, in standard costing you have the quantity, the price, and the value. So in this case now you pick the price of the kg, because we are talking about the kg here. 88,000 kg times 1,320, giving us 116,160,000. Don't let that big amount bother you. So if you adjust it with each other, the first aspect here for the actual, you can see that it is lesser than the standard. The standard is 116,160,000, while the actual is 96,800,000. So because the standard is bigger than the actual, your answer is favorable. That is what I first explained under the tips, and that is our A. Note that. Then we go to the material usage variance. Material usage variance, according to the formula, actual quantity purchased and standard price minus actual quantity used for actual production times standard price. What is vary here? It is quantity also that is vary. It is quantity that is vary. The price remain the same at standard. And that's our material usage variance. What they use the quantity. The quantity is quantity that is what? That is vary. Usage variance. Let's now go to the solution. Material usage variance. AQP times standard price minus AQFAP times standard price. Actual quantity purchased times standard price. Actual quantity for actual production times standard price. Where do you see this? Actual quantity purchase. Another thing that you must bear in mind is that the standard aspect of the material price variance, the standard aspect of the material price variance, I repeat, is the same with the actual aspect of the material usage variance. As you can see, AQP times standard price. AQP times standard price. If you know the standard formula of the material price variance and you are calculating the material usage variance, just pick it like that and put it there at the actual side of the material usage variance. So that's another tips for you. Then the other, for the standard price, the standard aspect of the material usage variance, this is the formula. Actual quantity for actual production times standard price. So how do you pick this for the material, for the actual aspect? Just pick it as you have already picked it in the question. Go to the actual aspect of the question, because it's talking about actual quantity purchase. We are not talking about the standard, it is actual quantity purchase. Just go there as we have already picked it for the material price variance. 88,000 kg. Pick it here. This is it. Times standard price. The price, as I've already explained, you can see that it is very easy. But if you don't pay attention as I'm explaining, it is somehow difficult. Just bear in mind and take those tips that I've given. So just carry it there and multiply it, giving you 116,160. Then minus the standard aspect, which is actual quantity for actual production, used for actual production, times standard price. In this case, we are talking about the production. This is P, production, and that is 143 units. In the question, look at this, production. That's at the actual aspect. You always get the production at the actual side of the question. Like I told you before, that is very there are two areas: standard area and the standard or budgeted area and the actual area. So you go to the production, you carry what? The production unit, which is 143,000 units, and that is what is here. For actual production, actual quantities for actual production, this is what we have, times standard price. But what is the standard kg? You pick the standard kg, which is here, 0.5 kg. You go to the what? To the standard aspect of the question. Like I said, the quantity, the price, and the value. So you pick the quantity. This is quantity per unit. This is quantity per unit. You pick it. You say 143,000 times kg. This is kg per 1 unit. Multiply it together. You now multiply with what? With the standard price. The price remains the same here. So if you multiply it, the three together, the production, the kg, and the price, giving you what? 94,380,000. Then you adjust it with each other, and you can see that, like I said, when the actual is greater than the what? And the standard, you have the adverse. It means that you spend higher, more than what you budgeted, and that is adverse for the company. The company is not saving at this area, so the company is spending higher. That is our B. You have our A. Our A is favorable. Our B is adverse. ADV stands for adverse. FAV stands for favorable. So that is A and B. Material price variance, material usage variance. Then, like I said in the tips, that the summation of the material price variance and the material usage variance gives you what? The total material cost variance. And look at it. What's our material price variance? It's favorable, like you have here, 19,360,000. That's what you have here. And the material usage variance is adverse. Look at it here, 21,780,000. That's what you have here. If you adjust it with each other, you have 2,420,000. That is adverse. You can see that the adverse is greater than the favorable. It's going to give you adverse. If you want to confirm that, you can confirm that by going to the material price variance and the material usage variance. At the material price variance, you pick the actual aspect, which gives us 96,800,000. This is this. And you go to the material usage variance, you pick the standard aspect, which gives us what? 94,380,000. That's what you have here. If you adjust with each other, you still have what? The total material cost variance. Total material cost variance. And you can see that the actual here also is bigger than the standard, and that's adverse. Adverse. So thank you. I will also please appeal to you to support me by subscribe to my channel for more of this to be produced in the future. Thank you.